If you're a blue collar worker or you know somebody who is, then you've probably heard them say something along the lines of this: I'm safe. I'm not going to lose my job to this AI stuff. If anything, I'm doing better than ever. Unfortunately, couldn't be further from the truth, and I'm here to break that harsh reality. You see, technology was designed to reduce tedium. Throughout all of human history, humanity has fought to improve conditions on everything. If you're a blue-collar worker, you may recall some of these changes. Let's say you've been in construction for 20 years, and God forbid you know how it was 50 years ago. Technology's changed. It's made your job easier, workflows better, manual labor less intensive. That's why we invented the crane system that we have today that could easily lift steel beams. Used to be a little different back in the day. Now it's a lot more refined. It needs a little bit less manpower, a lot more machine power. You get where I'm going with this? If you mow lawns for a living, unfortunately for you, a lot of rich people already do this. There's robot lawnmowers that you just let out into your yard and it mows the lawn for you. That's happening. That's already been invented. To assume that technology wouldn't go for the labor force first is kind of backwards thinking. See, there's a sleight of hand going on now where everybody thinks that AI is just going to take technology jobs. The culling of these mass firings in giant tech companies is also an inevitability of AI taking certain people's jobs. But the next step is to, like I said earlier, reduce tedium for the normal person. 40 years ago, if you're buying a coffee machine for your house, it was a coffee pot. They're $10 at Walmart now. But what you can get now is an espresso, and if you click the buttons in the right order, you can get a frothy cinnamon sprinkled latte in your house. This is the whole point of technology, to make things easier, to make things better. You see, what has escaped a lot of the blue collar guys, although who knows when it's going to happen? Will it be 10 years from now? Are you 55 years old watching this video? Then it might not apply to you. But if you're 19 years old, I can't tell you what's going to happen in 20 years. AI is being focused on heavily because it's the key that could design schematics for everything that we want. And a lot of things that people want are maybe a smart diagnostic plumbing system that's already in their house. So if they take a gigantic shit, all they need to do is click a button to unclog it instead of hire somebody to come out, a professional to clean all of this old piping system. AC repair guys, same thing. Do you think that the future won't include an AC unit that can diagnose its own issues, send it to your phone what part to buy, you get it, and then you go in and open it and it's like a Lego set and you just put it in the right place? You think that's not the future? Do you think that's not the future that people want? Do you think that for the rest of eternity, the safe light repair guy is going to come out to your house and replace your windshield? Or do you think at a certain point, a car is going to drive out and it's just going to plop it on there for you because you typed into the tablet, 2036 Honda Civic? Like, let's get real. Garbage trucks have giant arms pulling the garbage can up and dumping it in now. You don't have the guys jumping off and filling it up in the first world. Which leads me to another point. I do think that blue-collar jobs are going to thrive in other countries as they disappear in the first world. You see, once we develop a robot that can come into your house and paint your walls, hey, I want it green. It scans the wall and it goes, okay, green. What color green? Sage? Okay. Once we develop this technology that reduces tedium, inevitable for the normal person, this is what we want, this is what the world wants, easier life. Blue collar people are going to have a greenfield market in second and third world countries. You can move to Mexico, Costa Rica, you can go over to Vietnam easily and be a plumber because their infrastructure is going to lag. And like I said, who knows when this is coming, but to think that you're safe from this stuff when there's examples of robotics that are already taking your job, like the lawnmower or the vacuum cleaner that I have in my house that does an amazing job of just automatically cleaning my house. Remember when they invented the dishwasher? All of a sudden you didn't have to wash the dishes. Back in the day, the servants of the manor went out and extinguished the candles in the lanterns or on the candlesticks every day. Now you flip a light switch. This isn't obviously to say that blue collar work isn't necessary. Of course it is. It's the most necessary thing of all time. But the first thing that Elon Musk talked about that he wanted to do was self-driving trucks. There's a lot of blue collar jobs gone. If somebody creates robot legs that you can strap onto construction workers so they don't throw their back out when they lift a ton of bricks, that's good. That's good. If we can create a plumbing system that just is built into houses that can auto flush out the problem because it detects it That's a good thing. It's not a bad thing to replace blue collar work. It is sad that they lose their jobs, but this is how it's been going forever. We used to ride horses everywhere. Now we have cars and it goes way faster and they have air conditioning. You can listen to music. This is just the way that the world works. This is the way that it's going. Blue collar jobs are absolutely not safe from the AI epidemic. The second that people figure out the AI stuff, and even before that, depending on the necessity of whatever the project is that they're working on, they're going to replace them as soon as possible. And it's a good thing. Humans won't have to do backbreaking work. Great. I don't have to go to the mechanic. My garage has a fucking Inspector Gadget contraption that can fix my car for me. This is the super future, of course, but we already have small little snippets of that. Now everybody has in their trunk jumper cables with a charged battery. That didn't exist all the time. You used to have to get a jump from somebody. Technology is designed to reduce tedium. So if you're doing something in a field that is tedious, like mowing a lawn, painting a house, putting up drywall, plunging a toilet. Technology, the goal of it is to replace you from having to do that. That doesn't mean that you're worthless, you can do other things, but that does mean that that's the goal of technology. And guess what kind of world we live in? Did you guess? It's a technology-driven world. And that's just the direction we're heading in, and that is inevitable.